across them backward trails. There's a man who loves the simple life, rain or shine or hail. Got a shotgun in his Tacoma, tackle box in tow.
What's up, YouTubes? That Who's Your Guy coming at you again. Hey, we got a little something different. We're going to do a tailgate review. As many of you know, I got my Ruger 1022. I got a little different stock, so we're going to make this kind of a double review, I guess. This is the Magpul camper, I think, or something. I don't know. I'll put it right here. Whatever it is, it's their Magpul stock. It's like ultra light. It's made for this breakdown 22. So I got magazine in it. I don't have anything in it, and we'll show you how to break it down. So I got this because it's supposed to be super ultra light, and it really is. It's quite light. I don't use this part a whole lot. You just flick this little switch right here and twist it. It comes apart just like it normally does. You got your little piece right here. This is your fore end that holds your sling, so you can actually close your sling up. Makes it a little bit more compact. You take this part, stick it in right like that, and it snaps right like that. Now you can just throw this whole unit in your backpack, be ready to go. Just like that. You're out wherever you want to be, whatever you're doing. You squeeze this little piece right here, it makes it a little tougher with a giant scope on it, but it comes apart just like that. Now the reason this stays zeroed in is because you've got all your parts connected to the barrel. It's actually like a cantilevered barrel. Right there's where your bullet goes in, so none of this changes when you take it apart. I've got the Volquartsen 22 carbon fiber barrel on it. I got my Sparrow suppressor on it. I got just a cheap Crossfire too. This is a 3x9 by 40 or 3x9 by 50 scope on it. Don't need nothing terribly extravagant, I don't think so, with a 22. But yeah, you just put that back in there like that, and it just snaps. Once it's in there, it just snaps. One thing you need to know, you see this little collar right here, you can actually adjust the tension of how tight this is. So if you can't get yours apart, or if you're having trouble getting it apart, you can actually adjust that to make it to where it's super snug. You don't want it super loose. So yeah, we'll shoot that here in a little bit. Compare the two. Really, I don't think there's much comparison between this and my newest. I got this because my Hogue stock that you normally see me carrying, you've seen on my other videos, is extremely heavy. Oh, another neat thing about this, there's a little switch right here. Flick this little switch back, and it actually carries 3 magazines. So yeah, you can actually load those up and stick them in there. They fit quite snug. So see there.
A deer! A female deer.
Okay, that one's not quite as snug as I thought, but they fit. My point was that they fit snug enough that they don't rattle around in there. You can run around with that full, go squirrel hunting. Really, the only noise you're going to get from it is your sling. But yeah, my last video, you saw me carrying this around. I didn't really mention it. I'd shot it to zero it, make sure it's zeroed in. I had another video to see what to shoot in that, and tried a bunch of different 22 caliber rounds, and it likes these standard velocity CCIs. I was quite happy with that because those are really common round. They say they run 1,070 feet per second, where I'm at about 1,150 feet per second, depending on the temperature, is supersonic range, which means they are subsonics. So they'll fall right in below. Plus, it's got a 16-inch barrel. That makes it a little slower, I think. All right, on to the next main thing of our video. All right, but really, the main thing I wanted to show in this video is this recent purchase. It actually came with this case. Very nice case, Springfield Armory. Very nice case. Very impressed that it came with that. It came in a box, of course. Really nice case. Of course, it came with a lock and all the junk that you'll normally see, but the case has got a place for your lock. Has a little pocket here that actually works out perfectly because it'll hold my suppressor. This is a 20-inch barrel, so once I lay this in there, there's really no room for my suppressor, but I can just screw my suppressor on when I get there. So here it is. This is the brand new 2020 Springfield 2020 from Springfield Armory. I had read some reviews on this. I think it's been out pretty close to a year. It's been really hard to find. I just happened across one. I've seen mixed reviews on this. It actually advertises 1 MOA at 50 yards, which everyone says is not impressive at all for a 22. Any 22 should shoot 1 MOA at 50 yards, but we'll see. Here's the other side. It's actually got another Crossfire 2. This is a 4 to 12 by 44 scope that I put on there. And I put this sling on there. Of course, this is the sling that I had on my 1022. I may switch it back. I don't know. I kind of like the rubberized part there. But yeah, a couple of neat features about this firearm is it actually takes 1022 magazines. It comes with one magazine that is a Springfield brand magazine, but here's my Ruger brand magazine, and it actually takes Ruger 1022 magazines straight out of my 1022. Boom. Probably the most common magazine there is on the planet. Of course, you can get all kinds of styles of 1022 magazines to put in it. So they fit a little more snug in there than they do in my 1022, which I like. 1022, you just kind of hit it and it falls out. We'll see how the feed is with it. So another neat thing about this gun, it's got a Remington 700 trigger group. Kind of weird that Springfield has a Remington part and a Ruger part, so I guess they work something out with them. This is they call it Coyote. It's not tan. It's kind of a gray look. I think it looks gray. I'm not sure how it's going to show up on the camera, but it's got this neat textured. It's not just looks, it's actually textured. You can feel all those little black things in it. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but we'll see. Yeah, I got a really nice smooth action on it. Never been fired. This is the first time I brought it home and cleaned it. But yeah, here's the other side. If you want to see it. So let's try her out. We got a little redneck setup here. I got a target out at I think it's 50.2 yards. I got my little rangefinder here. Yeah, I don't have the perfect setup, but I'll show you what kind of setup I got here. And in the meantime, I'm going to magically put my suppressor on it. All right, so there's a couple of things about this already that I'm not a huge fan of, but I knew going into it. It's very heavy, very heavy. Like, it's got a bull barrel on it. I knew it would be heavy. It's a 22 rifle. I feel like the stock is extremely good quality. It's got a nice high comb on it. I mean, you can really get a nice cheek rest on it. But it is extremely heavy. Not sure what it weighs in at, but it is as heavy as any high-powered rifle I've ever felt. It does have a 20-inch barrel. I would prefer a 16, just because of it's, a bolt-action 22 that's threaded. So I'd rather have a much shorter barrel on it. But it is more of an accuracy pistol. I mean, let's see, it doesn't actually say that it's a target model on it, I don't believe. Springfield Armory. No, it's got serial number. It just says 2020 rimfire. I guess with the bull barrel, you would assume it's more of a target model gun. Not really something I want to take out squirrel hunting. I mean, I don't want to lug this dude. I mean, it's I mean, it's like carrying an 870. I mean, it's pretty heavy. We're going to see. My main purpose of this gun is I'm planning on taking and putting a bipod on it, just laying it over to the side on the boat while we're out. We see something swimming around, turtlehead, whatever, beaver, some kind of a nuisance animal. I can just grab it. I'm not carrying it around. It's going to be there with us already. There is a chipmunk right there. Boys, boys. Oh my gosh. Where you guys at? Boys, come here. Go get that chipmunk. Look. Go get him. He's running right there. You see him? Anyway, I don't have this sighted in. No reason really to shoot a chipmunk, but oh, there he is. Look, right there. Go get him. Go get him. Look. Why are you looking at me? Go get him. I'm looking at him right now. Listen. Go get him. Where's he at? Anyway, that would have been funny. They would have went after that thing, but they're pretty dumb as far as chasing critters. They'd love to chase a critter. They're just house dogs. Anyway, let's get to shooting this thing. Oh, behind me is my range. I'm going to put the boys up while I'm shooting. But it's really hard to get 50 yards. I guess you can see my target way down there. It's against a backdrop. That over there to the left, that road goes straight up a hill. And that's a big hillside right there that I'm shooting into behind those bushes. So no worries there. Yeah, it's about the only place I can get 50 yards out of here. It's summertime. Everything's grown up, and it is southern Indiana in the woods. So woods are dense. It's not like out in Colorado or something where I'm shooting hundreds of yards. So if I get this dude sighted in at 50 yards, I'll probably never make a 50-yard shot. Although I did get a good, pretty close to a 100-yard shot the other day on a muskrat, but I had been practicing with my other gun at 100 yards and knew right where that dot was, and it was pretty sweet. I'll tell you about that some other time. All right, so what I was gonna do is I was gonna shoot it a few times, get it pretty close to zero. You know, I just put the scope on it, never shot it before. I'll shoot a mag through it, you know, get it pretty close. I whizzed that 22 down here. The only thing I brought was a big old piece of styrofoam. Whiz that 22 down here, smack that styrofoam. Who knew? That dude went flying. It hit that styrofoam. It tumbled, flew back. I guess it absorbed a lot of that impact. At least I hit it on the first shot. Probably should get a lot closer. Not sure where my shot went. Let's see. Yeah, hit real low. I mean, that's that's 50 yards. All right, so I stuck it in the bushes. Hopefully I can get a nice clear shot. I don't have to walk back and forth every time I take a shot. I tell you, that'd be pretty good for me, though. Walking 100 yards every time I take one shot to reset my target. It's a nice, beautiful day. It's getting a little warmer, though. All right, let's reset. Boy, you can't be downrange. This is why I put them up every time I shoot. Come on. The little short legs. It's going to take you 10 minutes to get here. All right, so I gave her about 30 big old clicks. See what we come up with. Boy, this dude is quiet. That time it didn't send it flying. All right, so here's my setup, if you're wondering. Just got my lead sled. I do want to try these. I really wish these would work, but I have yet to find a gun that will shoot these accurately. We'll see. Anyway, got my rangefinder and a couple of mags. Hopefully you can hear me. I think I got her just about ranged in as well as I can for a redneck tailgate. I'll shoot that little target in the middle on the bottom, on the left. Can't really see where I'm hitting. Aiming at the middle. Every time. Trigger's a little bit heavier than I'd like for it to be. I know it's got an adjustable trigger. Really quiet. All right, so just for giggles, I'm gonna load up this quiet 22 ammo. Give her about 5 shots of this. I'm gonna run up here and fix these targets before I do that. Actually, I realized I was gonna put 5 on that bottom one, but big old bush in the way. I want it to be legit. You know, it was, here's my 5-shot group at 50 yards through a bush. You know, make sure it's decent, legit, as legit as I can get. Of course, all these up here at the top, that's me zeroing it in. You know, bringing it back, bringing it over, bringing it in. Then did a little fine tuning here. This is my last 5-shot group. Yeah, that's legit right there. That's really good. I'm gonna bring her down a few clicks into the right, couple. Call that good. I am gonna fix the targets though. I'm not just gonna call it good and not shoot it like a lot of people do. I want to actually see it in the target, in the bullseye. So anyway, let's do that. All right, so we got a reset. Here's my setup here. Looking down the barrel as I walk back. It's not loaded, obviously. I am using a lead sled, so sitting there on that pipe. Not ideal. I mean, it's a card table, you know, but I'm shooting 50 yards on 22. So perfect for a redneck review. What do you think, Oliver? Oliver's not a fan of shooting. He don't mind 22s though. But let's go put him up, and we'll shoot these really quiet ones first. See how they do. Leroy, you ding dong. Come on. You're too adventuresome for such a little man. All right, let's get in the truck. I'll walk all the way down there. Look back. There's a stinking bush in front of my target again. I know I stomped that thing down. Darn thing. All right. Ow, it's a briar. All right. All right. Now we're going to figure out how far away my microphone works. So I'm obviously right on top of that. So about, I think it says it works at 70 yards. It makes 70 feet. Let's see. Let's see how I do. These are the subsonic segmented rounds. I'm gonna shoot that target on the right with these. Really expecting these to at least shoot low, the very least. But they've been all over the place for me. Quiet rounds, terrible. Terrible in everything. All right, let's see. Actually, if you can tell that, I'm sure you can tell, I put black dots in there because those red dots are just too big to aim at. All right, let me calm down. See, that's a pretty crazy looking target. But, I mean, if you could hear me talking and explaining why they're all over the place, if you notice they're all over the place in groups. So, yeah, I'm impressed. It is what it is as far as how I'm shooting. I think that I could probably get a whole lot more out of it. And I know I could get a whole lot more out of it if I used really good ammo. I'm just using kind of mid-level, I guess, ammo. They're not the worst that you can buy. They're far from the best. All right, so final thoughts. It is heavy. It is a target rifle, though. So you probably know that going into it because it has a bull barrel. Stock's pretty heavy. I shot really cheap ammo. It wasn't like white box cheap. I shot this standard velocity stuff. I'm going to say that what I was shooting just now, it shoots as good as my 1022. Like this group right here was very good. This group right here, very good. Once I started shooting out, of course, some of these I walked into, you know, and kind of made some adjustments here and there as I went. Like this group right here, that's one group. Like that's all. I had one flyer, but that was a magazine of that stinking TAC 22. Like, I mean, that's a 10-shot group right there. That's pretty phenomenal. I did have a flyer, but this is the ammo that I love to hate. It's called TAC 22. Norma makes it. 1,083 feet per second. It is the reason I hate it. It shoots really well, but man, they are greasy. Like you get your hands, you can't tell by looking obviously, but that grease is profound on these. Maybe that's why they feed so good. Maybe that's why they shoot so good. You can see grease in the box. They are very dirty. And you go out shooting, man, your hands are going to get gross and you're going to get it all over your gun. You're going to get it on everything. I don't like these, but they are cheap. And man, these things shoot in just about everything. They shoot well. I don't like how greasy they are, though. I can't get over that. I mean, the proof is in the pudding here. The best group I had by far was from those. So, final thoughts. Probably the best thing about this rifle, and the reason I actually picked it up. I don't know if it's because of the reviews, if it's just, I don't know why. I know there's people who just hate this rifle, and there's no reason to hate it. I mean, it's way better than a Savage to me. I mean, I've got a Savage, I can say that. Y'all have seen me shoot my Savage. Savage's magazines are just horrendous, atrocious. Look like something a child made. This takes 10-22 mags, absolutely reliable. I mean, it's a, it's a bolt action. If it's not reliable, it's a bolt action. You got some issues. But I love that it's got two little extractors. Doesn't just have one. One thing it does like to be, you can't really finesse it too much. You know, if you just barely move it back, it'll barely drop the shell out. Everything does that. All right, number one reason I bought this, price. So, can't really tell you how much I paid for it. So, this is an educational video. So we're going to talk about, do a little math. So these standard velocity CCI 22s, they come in a box of 50. Right? So if these were $1 a round, right? You could buy 6 boxes of these for the price that I paid for this gun. So that's your math education today. So yeah, actually it was, you could buy 299 rounds for the price of what I paid for this before taxes. So yeah, good luck finding a 22 rifle that is such good quality. Stand by the name, Springfield Rifles. Springfield anything. Say what you want about Springfield. They're Croatian, which is ironic because this gun is made in Turkey. It's not a shotgun, and it's made in Turkey. So yeah, go figure. I'm looking around here for my stinking scope rings. Can't remember what I did with them. Maybe they're in my case here. I got so many different cases. I put them somewhere. When I put them there, I was like, yeah, I definitely won't lose them there. How'd that work out for me? They're not gone. They're just not here. They're just not in my hand. So anyway, yeah, buy you one of these. Let me know what you think of it if you do. Yeah, closing thoughts on this tailgate review. One thing I forgot to show you, there's just a little button on the side over here, which is really neat because you take your bolt, work it back, and you just hit that button, your bolt comes out. I know a lot of guns, bolt actions, you pull the trigger and it comes out, but this little pouch right here perfectly fits the bolt, so you don't have that little bolt sticking out while you're in there. Well thought out. Thank you for that, Springfield. You can also, instead of putting your lock in here, of course it comes with a nice little Springfield lock, and I'm sure, man, they've got these everywhere. I do too. Got a neat little brush. Clean your bore. And lifetime warranty. 1 inch guarantee at 50 yards. So anyway, yeah, I recommend it for sure. You're looking for an entry-level bolt action, or you're just looking for a good bolt action. Yeah, it works good for me. I'd like to, one of these videos, I'll take it out, I'll get me some good ammo, and we'll put some premier ammo in it. Maybe find me a spot where I can put my lead sled on something real solid besides a card table, and take it out and shoot it. So, be a neat video to look forward to. In the meantime, I'm going to look for my stinking scope rings. What did I do with them? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Got his faith real strong. Yeah. He's rough. He's real. Got baby doll in his eyes. Just a good old boy. That's who's your guy.